Hello everybody and welcome back to Formula Fun Sim Racing, and we are live for the final round and round number 24. Is it the Abu Dhabi GP, the championship being already over, Zenzoku being crowned the Drivers' Championship. Still, we've got one last final dance before the end of the season. And we'll come back next year, but just before that, it is all to play for. Here's the final round of the Abu Dhabi GP. But let's not waste any further time, and let's get started. And there we go, the front row is set, the stage is set, the front row is ready, and everybody around the 6 drivers are, as the 5 lights are out, and we go racing here at the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. It's a good start for Scrubbins. Oh, it's not a good start for him at all. It's a brilliant start for Zen, a decent start from FlyScott as well. Scrubbins got very unstable off the line. He's going to be challenged by FlyScott already. They might be side by side for a moment, you'd have thought.
Scrubbins are a liability right now. All over the place.
Positions, and the start was not a good one from Scrubbins there, as he's lost out one position already, and FlyScott is right behind him.
He's backed me up.
Well, will Scrubbins go for it into the chicane, or in fact High B is looking to go for it on FlyScott, but that's not going to be the case, and everybody is nice and easy, been alright from the back. Will comes Spliff, he nearly sends it down the inside line of High B, but just about misses out on the move, and that might have just damaged his front wing as well. I did see some debris fly off, not sure what it was, but now FlyScott, oh, in fact, sorry, yes indeed, FlyScott will be in a bit of pressure from High B. A couple of corners ago, High B was in pressure, rather Spliff tried to overuse it and couldn't quite do it, but can FlyScott do it? Can High B in fact do it? Oh, that's going to be a big mistake, and that's going to be a huge one, and it's going to allow Spliff, who wasn't able to get past him earlier, but might just get past him about now, or at least gets closer, and will make it easy for him next time around. And that's the end of lap 1. Into lap 2 we go. Lap 2 out of 15. We're into it, as the top 3 is already getting closer to each other. In fact, they are all there. But I think this is looking interesting. Definitely the fight between Zen and Scrubbins going to be there. FlyScott might try and join the parties. The one capable of doing so. High B could come in from behind as well, along with Spliff. But it's going to be interesting to see whether they fight each other or they fight those in the top 3. Meanwhile, Footy at the back has gained the position, and there might be an opportunity, and indeed there will be an opportunity heading towards the left-hand chicane. Oh, in fact, no, High B, it was where he was, but Scrubbins for a moment would have thought.
Oh, no.
Oh no! What happened? How did he spun out?
I gotta go in the pit, I think.
And there indeed would have been a mistake by Scrubbins, who's down in P10. So a mistake, mistakes that have followed throughout the year for Scrubbins. So yeah, basically what I was saying here is, you know, Scrubbins, unfortunately, he's made a couple of mistakes. A lot of times throughout the season, even we've seen whenever he's even gotten closer to Zen in races, or even in the championship throughout the year, that he's had the chance to win a race, the chance to get closer to him in the championship. He's just found a way to make mistakes. He's just found a way to just not be as good as clean as he needs to be. Ends up making those mistakes and losing out on a lot of points, as the High B nearly makes one, and he was far away from the walls there, but definitely he's going to make a mistake, and a position will be lost. Spliff's dream of a podium throughout the season hasn't been able to complete, has not been completed just yet. Will it be the case tonight? We are about to find out, because he's running that P2 number, in that P3 number a couple of times, but he has not been able to finish that off, and he might be in a bit of pressure, and he already is in pressure, as High B from right behind comes in, as there's going to be a move up for him, but Spliff just does well enough to defend his position so far. About right now, I mean, only 3 laps into this race. We're at the end of lap 3, so going into lap 4. It'll be interesting. High B and Spliff are very close to each other, and I think throughout the end of the race this is going to be an interesting battle. And Scrubbins down in P10, 25 seconds down. I wonder if he's pitted about right now, maybe going on to a set of hard tyres. Would see him go to the end of the race easy, so maybe he's thought that, alright, I'm going to pit and go to the end of the race, but at the moment he's far too much behind. I don't think he'll be able to get back to the top of the field, at least not with a mistake, or not without anybody making a mistake or a safety car, which could possibly be the only reason that would see him be at the top or get back to the top of the timings. So at the moment, 9/10 the gap between Fly Scott and Zen Zoku, and Zen, how good he has been able throughout the year, should be able to stop him up. You never know though, because it could be anything, it could be anybody's game, and as we just say, that is Fly Scott's going to near him up by about 5/10. The gap, which was over 1 second a couple of moments ago, is only to 4/10 about now, and it could just be any time that Fly Scott could be making a move. And fortune for Spliff, as he's gained up over 2.2 seconds on a high B as well. There's a dream of a podium throughout the season, which he hasn't been able to achieve. Might just be coming his way as well. Next year will come back stronger, and definitely these drivers will have every opportunity to get better very soon. So lap 5 out of 15, and once more the gap between Fly Scott and Zen is 5/10, and it is going to be an opportunity for Zen to defend, but Fly Scott could be getting through around here right now, and he does get through. He's going to send it on the inside line, and what a move that was, rather sent from a long way back, but he sent it on the inside line, gets the move done. Now there could be an opportunity for Zenzo to come back at him once more. But it is interesting about right now that Fly Scott now leads the Abu Dhabi GP without being a pit stop behind or some sort of things, and that is brilliant as Fly Scott is back to the top at the end of the year. A winner from last year, Scrubbins still finds himself a minute behind at the moment, pin P10. He just made a huge mistake and hasn't been able to recover ever since so far. Only 5 laps in though. We'll be heading towards lap 6 at the moment into this 15-lap race. I think we are in for a good battle, and definitely without a doubt getting the fact that Fly Scott currently leads, and Zen will not let him have it easy. Zen will not let him have a go at him at all, and really at least let him do what he wants to do, at least keep doing what you want to do. But Zen will, we know, as a warrior spirit that he's shown every race in and race out this season, and already there's going to be an opportunity for him as a DRS is enabled, the rear wing is open, the speeds are doubled. Zen's going to move up to the outside and get past Fly Scott already, even before they could get up to the braking zone. But now again the tables could be switching up as the rear wing is going to be open on the car behind of Fly Scott, who might as well just try and get past him already. He's going to move to the outside line, Zen's going to have the inside line to defend, but who's going to be the better one? Who's going to be the later on the brakes driver? It was going to be Fly Scott, but he runs a little bit wide. That might allow Zen to come back at him, but rather that's not the case.
I know. I've seen this movie before. I've been watching a video last year. And you still haven't learned that the No. DRS stone. I know about it, don't you worry. Yeah, you'll catch me at the last lap. Mm-hmm.
The time for pit stop should eventually be the time for tyres to switch up. Nevertheless, you're on the medium or the soft compound tyres. Fly Scott's on a set of mediums, assuming Zen would be on a set of mediums as well. We just need to get a bit of a glimpse or a bit of a camera angle where we could see what tyre he eventually is on. And yes, indeed, he is on a set of medium compound tyres, so both of them being on the same compound tyre, and once more with the rear wing being open, the extra speed opens up, and Zen's going to get a chance around the outside. He's going to whoop past Villa Fly Scott and get the lead of the Grand Prix, as Fly Scott is going to get the lead back again. I think as long as these guys are within DRS of each other, it is going to be a fight back and forth. But Fly Scott nearly makes a mistake on the exit of that chicane, and that would make him lose time. That will see him lose that charm of being within 1 second of another driver. He slightly runs a little bit wide even more, and now that might just about allow to Spliff even get closer to him as well. That could be interesting to see. You know, we're only halfway distance nearly at the end of this lap, 7 laps into lap 8, so that is an interesting mistake to make. And you know, had he not made that, possibly a chance for the win, as Fly Scott is going to come into the pits straight away to get himself a set of brand new tires. As I said, whether you're on a set of mediums or whether you're on a set of hard, a set of softs, possible time for the pit window and a set of brand new tires. Those soft tires go on. Or are they the soft tires or the hard tires, which will be interesting to see. And those are the hard tires going on Fly Scott's car, which is interesting. So going for a medium hard rather than medium soft strategy. It'll be interesting to see about now that what others do, what the likes of Spliff or the likes of Zen really do at this point to you know, compare out against the strategy of Fly Scott, who's went on to a set of hard tires. I think maybe he's went on to a set of hard. He's thinking, okay, he's going to be having a fight, so maybe try and fight off on the hard compound tire, and a tire that's not going to really run out of grip very early on. So probably that's what his thinking rather would be. That's what I'm personally thinking, because you know, being on a soft tire would be better, but then can the soft tire do enough laps? Can the soft tire, even if it, you know, can do the laps enough, but does it let you push? Does it let you fight and then still have enough juice in it to go to the end easy, which I think would have rather been his thinking. So that would just mean that he knows that eventually, you know, that he, even if he wants, he can eventually go on to a set of softs. He even can push, but he just won't have enough grip towards the end of the race, which he would need to fight or to defend in case he needs to for the victory or even second place in this one. As Zen at the moment is still staying out. We've seen him generally, but he stays out a little bit longer than everybody else, and he is doing just about that right now. And moving to others in this race, High B at the moment currently find themselves in P3, as you mean, without a pit stop, or in fact they're on a set of hard tyres, so I wonder if they've already pitted. But that would be interesting to see that they've pitted and they're already ahead of Spliff, unless Spliff has lost out. And I'm also thinking that High B wouldn't have started on a set of hard, so that would rather mean that they have pitted already. That means that Spliff has again been overtaken. We didn't got much action of these guys on screen, so that would rather mean that we've missed out anything that eventually happened between these drivers. But so far, lap 9 out of 15. Still many more laps remain, and this could be anybody's, because already we could see that Spliff is within 1 second, rather within half a second of High B. So a possible chance to snatch that P3, a possible chance to snatch that position, that podium will be on the way, could be on the way for Spliff. Remember, he's the only driver who hasn't been able to finish on the podium. He hasn't been able to finish inside the top 3 throughout the whole season, in 23 races. Sure, he couldn't attend all 23, did some, missed some, but all those he has done, he could not have achieved a podium. But this time around could well be an opportunity for him to get past IB, and he will get the opportunity, but he rather will not avail it, as IB goes a little bit wide, nearly takes Spliff with him, as Spliff almost followed him there, going wide and going into the back of him, but he just backs out about there, does Spliff. And could there be an opportunity? There might just be an opportunity now with the help of that DRS and the rear wing being open on that Spliff's car. Could be a chance. I think it will easily be a chance, even without DRS, with the help of that slipstream, with that much gap. It should be an easy chance for Spliff to get past IB. Does he get past IB? That they're going to be side by side, and yes, he does. He doesn't even need to be late on the brakes, or rather brake exactly where he needs to be. Even if he can brake a little bit later or a little bit early, he was already through and ahead of High B. Now comes the time in this race. These drivers know, you know, that any position they're looking to take, any chance they're looking to take, they will be taking, because now not a lot remains about right now, as Zen is now into the pit lane as well, and I think it should be a set of soft tyres, because if not, that's an interesting choice, because, you know, a couple of drivers choosing a set of hards, which would then simply mean that the soft tire is not the best around here, as Fly Scott, in fact, is just making his way around now. Where does he exit out? Where does he let Zen exit out of the pit lane? And that's going to be a brilliant exit, as Fly Scott has undercut Zenzoku, and he leads the Grand Prix still, and leads by over 1.5 seconds, which was probably the opposite of the gap between these two. I think if Zen is definitely going to be in brand new tyres, so the deficit's already going to be a thing between those two. But possibly if he's on a set of soft compound tyres, it's going to be even better for him. Meanwhile, one man who wants better for himself, it's going to be High B. Oh, that's once more. He went it on the inside line, send it there, nearly loses his rear end, and takes Spliff with himself. And just doing that, he defends his position and keeps his P3 for the moment. For how long, though? How long? Because definitely those mistakes are coming in. Those problems are starting to happen for High B, and I think it's only a moment of time before he loses that third place, because if he's able to still keep that in, that is gonna be brilliant, because, you know, Spliff is right at the back of him, right at the gearbox of High B's car, and it's about pressure, it's about handling your nerves, and if this man can do that, he is going to be having a great drive about right now, because into lap 12 we go, rather will be lap 11, or in fact will be 12 won't be 11. Now heading towards turn 1. I don't think there's going to be an opportunity up until turn 5 for Spliff to get past, but he's absolutely closer to him. He's absolutely, you know, there's just no rather way for... Not that High B can't defend, but Spliff shouldn't let him defend, because he's absolutely closer. And if you have that much of a gap, or that less of a gap to the car in front, you should always try and go for moves, and he will be doing that already. As soon as the DRS gets enabled, he moves past to the outside line. Then are they going to be side by side, or in fact Spliff gets past him already before they could even get to the braking zone? The overtake has been done, and so many overtakes have taken place around there tonight, because that is looking about a nice overtaking opportunity and an overtaking place for drivers to make, and they are doing that. Second DRS zone is decent as well, but still the main DRS zone, the first DRS zone, is rather the zone that has have ever seen more overtakes, and once more there could have been an opportunity there for High B, and we are watching that, because any time now this is all interesting. One overtakes the other, but they're not moving away. They're still closing in with each other, keeping up with each other. Meanwhile, one man who is trying to keep up with his race lead is Fly Scott, as the gap was over 1.5 seconds, is now only 7/10, and any time now Fly Scott will be giving it a go as well. Meanwhile, at the back, High B and Spliff are going at it as well. There might be a chance High B gets past Spliff there, because that's interesting replay that we are getting coverage by the double chances of opportunities by these drivers. About now is the High B, or in fact Zen couldn't get past Fly Scott there, but can High B get past Spliff here? Because Spliff got past him on the previous lap. Will High B get past him on this one? Spliff is trying to defend that racing line, and he just about does enough. High B doesn't want to be too aggressive, but I think he'd rather nose it. Had he got that move around there, he would have been easily overtaken around here once again. So definitely he'll try and take this opportunity at this point. He'll try and take this opportunity in the second DRS zone. Is now not a lot.
Oh, I've lost it again. Lost the screen. It blanked too.
Off at 15, and Fly Scott has almost let Zen get past him there. He ran a little bit wide, and Zen's going to take that lead, and he's going to get back to the lead of the Grand Prix.
Here, do you want to, I'll give it back to you. No, it's good. Go for it,
I think with brand new soft tyres in hand, it would have anyways been not too long before Zen was going to be able to get past Fly Scott. In fact, Fly Scott now gets past Zen. I wonder if he's let him through there, because that is interesting to see. That for a moment you'd have thought Fly Scott almost let Zen pass, and then again Zen let Fly Scott past. That is some interesting feat going on there. And that is it. 7 tenths between the top two. That 14 out of 15. The second last opportunity that anybody with the DRS would get about right now. And Fly Scott just does enough to keep it to himself.
I'm gonna retire so I can watch.
But how long is that going to be the case? Fly Scott, who couldn't win here last year. Zen, who couldn't win here last year. It's going to be interesting to see. Fly Scott, who hasn't won in a long time. He's your former world champion as well. And he definitely getting the back test of a P1 and getting the taste of a race win. He would definitely need, or rather want to do that. And Spliff, the man. Spliff is one who hasn't been able to fight, or rather he has been able to fight but maybe just not finish in the top 3. Will he be doing that today, as he nearly did to make contact? High B almost thought of going in there, and anybody's going to be taking that, and none of them is pulling out of this one easy, because High B wants that, and Spliff wants that as well. Meanwhile, Scrubbins and Footy down in P9 and P8 and 9. So those two have, in fact, DNF'd in shape of Scrubbins. Footy is there, but Scrubbins has DNF, and he's out of the final race of the season. And now we're in the final lap of this race. As we were just talking about the second last opportunity, there comes the final last opportunity for Zen to try and get past Fly Scott around here. Will there be an opportunity? There may be. He would have thought he's going to try and get past him, but he doesn't get past him about right now. Spliff is going to be doing everything he can to defend his P3. He is so desperate for a P3 about now, and he can't quite do it. In fact, he's going to send it on the inside line, and he's going to make a mistake. And once more, the same exact problem that has been for them all year long, that he keeps making mistakes and makes him lose those top 3, and he does it again. Meanwhile, Fly Scott has lost out the lead as well. Zenzoku, your world champion of this season, looks to end this race on a high, looks to end this race at the top of the table. Fly Scott in P2, and High B will get that P3 once again, and it is going to be Zenzoku. He's going to come around the final corner now and win the Abu Dhabi GP and end this season on a high. He's the world champion already. Nice to win with Fly Scott in P2, followed by High B after an intense fight with Spliff. He rather threw it away himself with a mistake. It's going to be High B who's going to finish on yet another podium with a P3. Well done to him. Spliff, brilliant race to him as well. I mean, apart from that mistake, he's done absolutely brilliant as well.
No, I just lost it. Man, he must be in the DRS. I had to dive on it, but I couldn't keep up. Man, he's driving off into the distance. I can't hear you from last place.
Well, yeah, congratulations. Thank you. Good season. I'll take second in a race any day. That was another fun race. Yeah.
And that has to be the jewel of the season. That was brilliant.
These are the results then. Zen wins, Fly Scott in P2, High B comes in P3, Spliff with the top 4 finish, Footy in P8, then Scrubbins did DNF out of this one. Be the end then, and that is the end of a brilliant season filled with racing, action, and some brilliance. Hope you all watching enjoyed all of this action with Formula Fun Sim Racing and myself, Zabe, and that's going to be the end, ladies and gentlemen. I'm out, and from all of us here at Formula Fun Sim Racing, bye bye, adios, have fun, until we are back next season.